Maybe I'd like to hear a little bit about what has worked in your experience as a lay missionary, so to speak, with young people, Kim.
Sure. So, like, Father, part of our mission, right, is we call ourselves a womb to tomb ministry, where we work with kids, really young kids, 4 on up, and then we have the youth, and then we have our singles and couples, and it goes on from there. But the understanding, the mind behind it is that every single person in the church is capable of receiving the gospel. And we need to cater that way, right? So especially for the younger people, it's so important to have a space, to have other young people, like you mentioned, who they can look up to, who they can talk to, who are grounded in the faith, but are not detached from the world. It's not like you should just be only spiritual, you're no longer human, right? And so where you are, how does your faith fit into that? There has to be that integration of faith and your daily life. And the challenge, it definitely is a challenge, because obviously our faith is not something just easy to live out, right? But when you have other young people doing it along with you, like sometimes we've had some of our youth, it's like, okay, let's come together, and for this particular intention that we know is there, let's offer up a rosary a day. Or let's maybe fast. And this is not what young people like to do. It's not, it's kind of strange and whatever, but it's like, no, we're going to do this. Or let's post this image on all of our social media so that everybody knows that, like they should be thinking about this.
Right.
In their own ways, coming up with different ways of bringing the gospel into the lives of their peers, bringing the gospel into their own lives. And I really believe that it's the joy of walking with Jesus that people see. So when it's burdensome and it's like, oh, I have to go for mass, I got to do this, I have to do that. It's who's going to be attracted to that?
Right.
But when you're living it and it's real, and you're really looking to respond to Jesus's call, there is this deep joy that maybe you don't even see in your own life, but people around you see it, and they want some of that.
Yeah.
And it's very, very real, very, very tangible. So to just see our young people taking God seriously and also living their lives with meaning, because they know that, hey, this is true, it's real.